a bit of a chill stream, but also going to be doing some competition style practice for some of my competition combos I need to get better at. So hope y'all enjoy the stream and sit back, relax, and enjoy the tricks. So close. So close. Yo, how's it going, Deanna? How's it going, Emma? Welcome, welcome. I've been trying to come up with some ideas for like side to side, like those side to side cross arm slacks. Still trying to figure that out. Yo, how's it going, Diamond? Thank you, I appreciate it. We got a DNA request. We'll get a DNA here in just a second. Thank you so much, Eli. You believe in me, Ari. Thank you, thank you. How long did it take me to figure that out, Emma? Well, I've been yo-yoing for about, I've been yo-yoing for about 15 or 16 years at this point. So probably about that long. Aw, dang. Got a little bit of a DNA going on in there. Yo, thanks, Emma. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jose. How do I do the DNA? So you can do the DNA by throwing the yo-yo sideways. So normally you throw it either forward like this or sideways like this. But if you throw on an angle and balance it on your finger, you can then throw the string into the gap and pull up and find yourself in a DNA. With the responsive yo-yo, it's actually even easier. Moonwalker. I mean, like it. There have been some yo-yo players that like moonwalk while they yo-yo or whatever during competitions. I think the national champion at one point did that. What yo-yo is this? How's it going, Sergio? This is the Duncan Evolve. Justin Dower's signature yo-yo. It's a really good one. Can I do my hardest trick? I got you. I've been trying to work on... Well, so the hardest trick I usually do is a whip that goes straight into a double or nothing and then into a tower. That's my usual hardest trick request. But another one that's pretty difficult is this competition combo I've been going for. Still trying to figure out exactly how it flows together. Well, there's just so many elements to it that are like mess upable, if that makes sense. So like if we go here, so close. Like that whole combo is probably too long, to be honest. But it's doable in a whole combo if you don't mess up in the part way through. Yeah, thanks, Jose. How's it going, Lacey? Welcome. Yo, thanks, Sergio. I appreciate it. I really liked doing flowy, smooth yo-yo tricks. It's just so satisfying. It's like my favorite style of yo-yoing. It's just nice, smooth tricks that are just like really satisfying to watch. You would smack yourself in the face if you tried that. I too have smacked myself in the face doing these tricks. Don't worry, you would not be the only one. How's it going, Ahmed? I do remember you, Elijah. How's it going, man? London Bridge. Is there a yo-yo trick called London Bridge? I don't know if I know that one. I can do Eiffel Tower, which looks like that. I don't know if I know the London Bridge trick. Dang. That combo was going so well and then I messed it up. It's an old yo-yo trick, fair enough. How old am I? I am old enough to have a YouTube channel. I'm just messing with you. I usually like. I graduated from college a while ago. We'll call it that. Well, that actually is a little harder to do front style than side style because of the way that the yo-yo is spinning. Never would have thought about that. How's it going, Elijah? We're getting guesses in the chat. Oh boy. Thanks, Emma. I appreciate it. How old do I think you are, Elijah? It's hard to say. Especially because, like, since you have like the anonymous profile picture, like there's not a lot I can go off of there, so I'm gonna guess, I don't know, 17. Can I do the DNA? I can. Would you like to see the DNA? Let's hope I don't mess it up. Self-fulfilling prophecy on that one. I just shouldn't have said anything. I should have just gone for the trick. Instead, I ended up in an axle nut. That's what happens when you say, "Oh yeah, I can do that." Immediately mess it up. But it's all good. There we go. Second time's the charm. You're 10. I was a little off. How old are you, D. Miller? I'm gonna guess. Well, since I was way off on the guess for Elijah, I will guess 13 then, since I guessed wrong for Elijah by 7 years. Am I a yo-yo champion? Not yet, but working on it. Working on it. 15, Emma. Nice balance, please. Like balance on on one leg kind of thing. Go Godspeed with a mini yo-yo. I would love to do that. If I don't have a mini yo-yo, unfortunately. But the smallest yo-yo I do, well, I have a small-ish yo-yo. It's not a mini yo-yo, but it's smaller than most yo-yos, so it'll be my filler mini yo-yo at the moment until I actually get a mini yo-yo, which I do want to do at some point. But let me swap some strings around here really quick. Hey, how's it going? Welcome from Brazil. Nice to have you here, man. You're older than 25, D. Miller. Okay. I will guess 32 then. How old do I think that you are, William? Well, I've been dropping the ball on like every guess so far, so I'm just gonna throw out 26. I've been completely wrong every time so far, so what's the worst that could happen at this point, right? But this is my smallest yo-yo so far. I will probably eventually get a smaller one. It's really not that small, to be honest, but it's the smallest one I have. But when I do get a mini yo-yo, I will definitely film a video of doing Godspeed with it. Don't worry. And I do intend to eventually get a mini yo-yo. But what makes this yo-yo actually like really challenging to use though is that it's very slim. So if you look at these two next to each other, this one is like way slimmer than the other. 14, 12. We're getting lots of guesses in here. Everybody's guessing how old everybody is. Oh boy. Oh man. Yeah, this is like my training yo-yo more or less because it's just like really slim. Like it says in the inside, like it's hard to see with the lighting, but like in here, like it has in the engravings the width and the diameter, and it's 38.5 millimeters wide as opposed to the yo-yo I was just using that was 50 millimeters wide, which is a pretty big difference. Got a close from Emma. We're getting close to guessing here. 11. Okay, we got a young crowd tonight. I hope y'all are enjoying the yo-yo tricks. I'm glad that we keep this a family-friendly stream for y'all. Hope you enjoy. How did I learn how to use the yo-yo? So, I learned initially from a trick DVD that I got with a yo-yo back when I was in junior high or maybe even elementary school. Where they had a DVD of a bunch of yo-yo tricks, and I would just go through and just learn all of them, and I just had a really fun time. And then eventually I found out that there were a ton of tutorials on YouTube for yo-yo tricks, and I just went ham, right? Like I learned as many as I could. And here we are. Do the Bring the Storm. I'm not sure what that is. Old, fair enough. It's true. It is old. It was the old Yomega trick DVD that Ooch did, which was super fun. If you're ever interested in some super energetic but like fun yo-yo trick tutorials, the ones from Ooch are actually like legendary. They're really fun. I also learned from friends in the yo-yo club where I grew up as well. They were very kind to help teach me yo-yo tricks. I do occasionally get some decent injuries from yo-yos. Like I'll get bruises regularly and sometimes cuts. Like sometimes it'll cut my skin. Um, I get clocked in the hands so many times. I've been hit in the face, like plenty of yo-yo related injuries, and I'm sure there will be more. Do I have, did I have a wooden yo-yo growing up? No, but my dad is a woodworker, and we have been trying to design a wooden yo-yo. And so he has a prototype of it, but we haven't, we need to do some tweaking on it. Because like the sides didn't end up quite exactly the same size and weight, and so it's like really off balance. But it was a really fun first attempt, though, and we'll get a better design at some point. You're 20, Ahmed. Cool. Good stuff. Let's see if I can land some of these competition combos on this super slim yo-yo. I might regret this choice, but we'll see what we can do. So far, so good. And now here comes the fun part. This can't possibly go wrong. Honestly, I landed that better than on the 50 milliliter yo-yo. That's actually hilarious. Oh my gosh. I don't, but my dad has a lathe. He is very big into woodworking, and over the last several years has really enjoyed turning wood on a lathe. So he's been making all sorts of stuff, like bowls and pens and basically anything that he could think of that you can like turn on a lathe. He's been doing it. It's been fun. It's been fun to see him light up doing that. He's really into it. You can make some new yo-yos with LED lights in them with resin. Ooh, that'd be cool. What time is it for me? It's probably like 10 p.m.-ish, somewhere around 10 p.m. And he makes some money. Yeah, he's retired right now, and I think for him, like he said it before, that like the reason he enjoys, well, maybe not necessarily the only reason, but he enjoys woodworking when he can use it as like a hobby or like when he can give it out as gifts. And he mentioned that like when he, like the idea of selling it kind of takes the fun out of it for him, which fair enough. So I respect it. You love turning wood and you're trying to get into epoxy. Nice. There's some really cool stuff that you can do that of like mixing epoxy with like epoxy resin with woodworking. Like I've seen people like, especially for like wood that has like big knots in it or big cracks in it, that they'll like fill it in with this like really bright, cool blue fluorescent resin. It looks super cool. It's a really big contrast from the natural grain and color of the wood. It's kind of a fun hybrid, you know. Opinion on the Crystal K2. I don't think I've tried the Crystal K2 actually. You always wanted a wood shop. I feel like it'd be fun. Like it's not necessarily like my vibe personally, like to have my own, but like I went out and helped my dad in his wood shop all the time because you know he really enjoyed it, and it was a nice way to be able to spend time together. So would recommend. It is a bit of an investment though to have enough tools to even do the projects. So depending on what kind of projects you do. You're right. There are around 40 people watching. Elijah. Hope everybody's enjoying this stream. Driftwood. Driftwood is kind of cool, actually. I like driftwood. To be able to work at your own pace and make stuff and something you enjoy every day would be satisfying. Agreed. He's kind of in that zone right now since he's retired. And actually, he watches some of my streams, so he may or may not actually be in the stream right now. And so if you are, hi Dad, hope you're having a good day. We're talking about you, all good things. Yo, how's it going, Mystical? I saw the trick that you posted recently with the, like, for off string. And you're doing really good, man. Happy for you. You did a cherry, you filled a cherry knot with black epoxy. Yo, that actually would look so cool. That would look really good. Cherry with a black epoxy would be such a nice, like a nice combo. I would love to see that. Yo, how's it going, Fluff? Welcome back. Ethan, hello, hello. You made it. Let's go. Our schedules aligned. Hope you're enjoying the stream, my friend. Yeah, no problem, Mystical. If you ever have any questions on off stream, feel free to let me know. Happy to help out. I'm going to be doing a little bit of off string here in a little bit. But I'm also trying to practice some of my 1A competition stuff too. Just in case I end up going to a contest where I feel like it's worth it to consider doing 1A. Which, you never know, I might at some point. It's all good, man. No worries, dude. I hope you're enjoying it. Off string is a super fun style. You missed the Poke Rogue string. That's okay. That's okay, Ethan. It was part of a separate stream, but I was like really tired from yo-yoing, but wanted to stay live, and so we played some Poke Rogue after I had yo-yoed for like 2 hours. Because like doing off string yo-yoing for like 2 hours straight can be pretty tiring. You're thinking of starting a channel about short, so you're trying to start a channel about short horror films? Cool. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I've seen a few videos pop up on my feed around that. It's not really like my thing, but like it seems like there's an audience for it for sure. You gotta go to bed. All right, thanks for stopping by, Elijah. Thank you. How's it going, Alex? I did see the Rewind 9A video and it was awesome. It reminds me that somebody had told me on stream recently that I should try 9A and I still haven't tried it. What do you think, chat? Should we try 9A today? Do any of you even know what 9A is? Because it's a pretty niche aspect of yo-yoing. And if you don't, it's totally fine. Just curious more than anything. Dang. I need to get better at that combo. I keep whiffing the binds. Dude. Something like that. I need to get more consistent at that. Did I solve the revive? The revive 9? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Seems fun. It does seem fun. Do I make tutorials? I made a few tutorials on like beginner off-string tricks a few months ago. I haven't made any recently, but I've been planning on making a like beginner's guide to off-string which isn't necessarily a tutorial as much as it is like helping people get started with off-string. But I've thought about making some tutorials. The thing is, like, the tutorials I made were like shorts, and they may be a little bit harder to find than like tutorials that are long form. Went to double. I'm not sure what you mean by that either, by Sigma Water. You worked in haunted houses and thought about making them a little scarier? Cool. Have I ever hurt someone with my yo-yo? Not on purpose, but I once or twice when someone like came too close while I was yo-yoing and I like didn't realize they were there. I've accidentally like hit someone with a yo-yo, but I've never purposely. That's just not me. But you know, accidents happen. Have I tried Bali song? I have not, but it looks cool. Do you do Bali song, Justin Pressing? Dude, that was so close. I don't know, something so satisfying about landing that, even though it's like there's not much you can do from that. Well, maybe there's more than I give it credit, but like something about landing in that like muscle mount is kind of fun. Do I play robots? I would imagine you mean Roblox. I do not play Roblox. I am not necessarily the target audience of Roblox at this point. I am probably out of the age range for that. But I know a lot of people enjoy it, so if you enjoy it, that's awesome. But it's not really my target audience. You just got back into it. It's really fun to learn, and there's a lot of new beginner trainers that are sick for people who aren't sure how deep they want to go into the hobby. Oh, cool. Do you have any recommendations on beginner volley song? Like, I've never thought to really get into the hobby, but at this point, especially like I've been having a lot of fun learning like Diablo and spinning point and stuff like that. So I mean, like I wouldn't be opposed to learning more skill toys. They're really fun. Why can't you donate Gold World production? So I currently am still building up my channel, and you have to hit a certain level of subscribers as well as watch time for people to be able to donate to streams through YouTube. So unfortunately, I have not hit that yet, but I'm working hard on it, and I will definitely let y'all know when that is available for sure. But I appreciate the desire to donate regardless. I do this show for fun and for people to be able to relax and have a good time hanging out together, enjoying some yo-yo tricks. And if people are interested in donating, by all means, that's awesome. But no obligation to when we ever actually get to that point. Can I do what for 30 seconds? Like, can I like play Roblox for 30 seconds? Because like I've never played it, and so it would probably take a lot longer than 30 seconds to like set it up and like figure it out. Yo, thanks Judy, I appreciate it. There's the LDY Frank P. That's probably the best plastic on the market. Nice. Let me screenshot that comment really quick so I can come back to this. How many yo-yos do I have? I have around 30. Maybe a little bit more. I've gotten a lot of off-string yo-yos over the last year. Just because I've gotten like super into off-string, contrary to the fact that I've been playing 1A this entire time. Which reminds me that we will be doing some off-string tricks here in a little bit as well. Just also practicing some 1A because it's fun now and then. Oh, the yo-yo for 30 seconds. Like, can I do a single combo for 30 seconds? Maybe. I might be able to. Let me think of a combo I could do for that one. I feel like that was probably close to 30 seconds for that combo. I wasn't timing it specifically, but I feel like that was pretty close. What's my favorite yo-yo? My favorite yo-yo for 1A right now is probably this one, which is the Duncan Evolve. But I also really enjoy the Spy Dynamo, which is a significantly older yo-yo that I got when I was in high school that I really like. But for off-string yo-yoing, probably either the Japan Technology Seal or the Wild Boundless. I'm still deciding between the two at the moment because I like both of them for different reasons. What are the different specs for yo-yos? There's all different preferences for volley song. There's a lot of differences in yo-yos. So that actually brings up a good point. Let me grab my case right here and I'll show you some examples. So we'll bring this down here really quick and we'll take a look at these together for a sec. So join me as we take a look at some yo-yos. All right, so this isn't my whole collection, but it's, some of them. And so there's a lot of different types of yo-yos in here. We've got full plastic yo-yos. We've got metal yo-yos. We've got yo-yos with multiple metals on them. So like these rims are made of a different metal than the body of the yo-yo. We've got angular yo-yos. We've got rounded yo-yos. We've got really slim yo-yos. We've got really wide yo-yos. We've got yo-yos that have like interchangeable like weights in the middle that can change the weight and distribution of the yo-yo. There's lots of different kinds of yo-yos. There's even plastic yo-yos with metal rims. And that's just for, the most popular style of yo-yoing, which is 1A, where it's unresponsive tricks that are where the yo-yo's attached to the string and to your hand. There's also 2A, which is a responsive style, where the yo-yos are very slim and they come back with a tug, and you use two of them at the same time, hence there's a duplicates right there. As for like a specific weight that the yo-yo would like to be, my opinion on that has changed a lot over the years, especially with the introduction of bimetal yo-yos with how popular they are right now. Because like for mono metal yo-yos or single metal yo-yos, they're usually made from aluminum, and you can kind of gauge from the specs like how it'll play, and the weight has a big, plays a lot of a role in that. So like this one I think is around like 65, 66 grams or something. And it plays pretty solid. I like that weight a lot in a single metal yo-yo. And this one is more like 64 grams. It plays a little bit lighter, a bit more of like a mid-range weight. But it's also, because of it being so rounded, it plays really bouncy and floaty, which is really nice. the challenge when it comes to weight now is that it's difficult to know how a yo-yo will play without playing it if you have like if you play a bimetal yo-yo for instance because the 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 rims are made from a different metal which has a different density and so like the weight distribution can be completely different even though it may be the same weight or even lighter than a yo-yo like this. It may play heavier or it may be heavier and it may play lighter and um it's totally based on like weight distribution and stuff. All right, we'll see you around, Ava. Thanks for being here. This is the closest I have to a rainbow yo-yo with those rainbow rims. Sorry I missed that. I do have a butterfly yo-yo somewhere uh, around here. But yeah, the weight makes a huge difference, and the rims also make a huge difference. I do have a butterfly around here somewhere. Let me find it. One sec. I think it's right. Oh nope, it's not in here. I thought it was. I think it's in the other room. So if you'll excuse me for one moment, I will. Oh my gosh, there's no good place to put this. One second. I do have one in the other room. Or actually, no, I have one right here. I forgot I have one right here. So this one is an aluminum butterfly. I actually haven't opened it yet because I actually just won it at a yo-yo contest recently that we were having at our yo-yo club locally. Um, and so I do have another regular butterfly as well. I'm not sure where it is right now, but it's not nearby. I'll just say that. Yo, how's it going, Kyle? Do I have a clear yo-yo? Emma, the closest I have to a clear yo-yo is this plastic one. It's not exactly clear, but it's like kind of translucent. Like you can see through it. So, but it's not exactly clear. So let me move this case really quick so it's out of the way. Did I check the vids that were on the Discord? Yes, I did see those. I still need to practice the I still need to practice those. Like I've been gone like all day and so I haven't had a chance to practice until now on stream and so I am planning to work on some shoot the moon style tricks today. We'll see how it goes. How's it going, Brian? Welcome. What are the average prices of cheap yo-yos and top-notch yo-yos? That one has also changed a lot over the years. When I first got into yo-yoing, like the top-notch yo-yos were single metal yo-yos over $100. And now you can get mono-metal yo-yos like this one that were literally used to win like the US National Yo-Yo Contest for half that. Like this yo-yo is like $50, 55. And it's like a very, very capable yo-yo. Those two material yo-yos on the other hand do get pretty pricey and can very easily be over $100 unless you get B grades, which usually have some flaw either in the machining or the anode. You're good, just tired. Fair enough. But as for like cheap yo-yos, the plastic, like you can get a good plastic yo-yo for like $10 to $15. Like that clear one I was showing earlier. I bought it for like $10, and it's a very capable yo-yo. You can also get plastic yo-yos for more than that, for like 20 to 25, but yeah, for now, top-notch yo-yos have a pretty wide range of prices. And it really depends on the material mostly, and then the brand. Because some brands, because of the brand name, they just charge more because they can, and also because they tend to like focus on like a different target market than like competitive yo-yoing, for instance. Like they focus more on like collectors or nostalgia and stuff like that, appealing more towards a different audience, which is totally fine. I respect it. Um, so yeah, prices can vary a ton. It's okay, Emma. You know, it's the ebbs and flows of streaming. You know, people come and people go, and it's fine. It happens. It's not a problem. I try and remind myself of that because, like, genuinely, like, something I've noticed lately as I've been, you know, streaming more and on social media more is that it can be very easy to tie up your self worth with how well your videos do, and genuinely, a lot of what makes the videos pop off, like, yes, some of it comes down to strategy, but some of it is also out of your control. And so it's like, well, if I put my worth into something that I'm still just learning, or that, you know, is the ebbs and flows of life on the internet, you know, that's going to make it really difficult to have good mental health for sure. So I'm not too worried about it at the moment. What happened? I don't know, Kyle. Beats me. Very interesting. It's crazy how similar yet completely polar the two hobbies of balisong and yo-yo are. That's fair. They do seem like there's a lot of similarities. All right, we'll see you around, Ava. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, it's interesting how similar some hobbies can be when it comes to like, you know, when it comes to like the different styles of tricks that you do, or the different kinds of yo-yos or balisong or kendamas or whatever hobby you're doing. You know, like there's a lot of similar aspects of it, and so like they overlap a lot, which can make it really fun to learn a lot of different skill toys, because you know you can approach a new skill toy with with like the background of yo-yoing, for instance, or balisong, right? And you may come up with some really interesting tricks based on your background in the other skill toy. So it's fun. That's one reason I really like these kind of things. Can I practice shoot the moon with two-way? Oh yeah, that's true. You did mention that. That's a good idea. How's it going, Tyler? Godspeed. That was almost a perfect run. Dang, we were so close. Yeah, let's try shoot the moon with the responsive yo really quick. So for those of you who are wondering, I'm trying to learn a specific type of off-string regen based off of a trick from responsive yo-yoing called Shoot the Moon. And the idea is that you throw the yo-yo up, and then it regens up. So like as it comes back down, you loop it around the other way to go up, and then you catch it. And you can do this with an off-string yo-yo too, and I'm trying to figure it out. And so Kyle suggested earlier today to try and practice this with the responsive yo-yo. And it's not nearly as scary with a responsive yo-yo as it is with a yo-yo that like literally comes off the string. Although I'm not sure if I'm giving it enough power into that regen, but I feel like this is progress. That's progress for sure, right? New Godspeed. I mean, it's my style of Godspeed for sure. Like, there's a lot of different variations of that combo. Have I heard of Angel Tulip? I have. He has a lot of very popular yo-yo content. So, like, if we're down here, so it's kind of scary with the yo-yo going like directly above my head, you know. But like, that's the whole point of this trick. Is to try and learn how to control it going above you. And then we're going to try and combine this with off string, and it's going to be scary as crap, but we'll figure it out. You got roller skates for Christmas? Nice. All right, let's try, okay. I feel like we're getting better at it. That was a good one. Oops. Getting a little bit ski-wampus, but we're getting some good temps in here. Try and pull the hand back a little bit more. Okay. Yeah, no, it's super sketchy. Like, like imagine it with. Yeah, I think it looks sketchy with this thing. Like, wait till it like hops off the string and you're just like going right by your face, and you're like, oh my. But it looks so cool, darn it! And I really want to get good at it. Oh, that was a good one. Ooh, that was. I might have figured out the strat. And that pulling back, I think, was the strat. It's absolutely the strat. That was a really good idea. That is the strat. It does look really cool though. Okay, I might regret this, but we're gonna try it anyway. Wow. We'll grab the other one that has a shorter string. This one has a long string. Shorter string makes this easier to figure out, but this is gonna be fun. I am concerned for my safety at the moment, but it'll be fine. Okay. Dang. The other thing too is that it snags a lot more in off string than it does in 2A. Okay. I watched the Ben Condi tutorial of this, and he actually uses his other hand to help like unwind the string a little bit. So I might try that. As you can see, this trick is not as easy as you might think it would be. It's not easy, but yo, thanks, Sergio. I appreciate it, man. Trying to get better at it. Okay. That was decent, but see the issue that happens with off string that doesn't happen with 2A yo-yos is that 2A yo-yos are intended to come back to your hand and like wind back up on the string. Ideally, what we want to have happen here is we want it to come off the string and not just come right back to my hand. And so that's the thing that adds like a lot of extra difficulty to off string, is that it still needs to somehow come off the string like that. But like obviously being able to like control it. Yo, how's it going, Royce? Welcome. Like you're built different in a good way. That's the I appreciate it. Oh, that would have been the wrong direction. I forgot which way the yo-yo was spinning. And it affects how you bind. Wait till it leaves the string, you should catch it. See, that's the thing is like I was trying to get it to leave the string, and like most of the time it doesn't want to leave the string. Because like I'll let it go up and then it won't have enough power to come off the string entirely. There we go. That was a good one. I might have to do the Ben Condi style with like with using the second hand to help like unwind the string. Dang, so close. So close. Should sit down to do the trick. That's true, because then it's like not as far. Well, there's more room between me and the ceiling at that point. Yes, good point. I am afraid to hit the ceiling, even though ironically, I haven't hit the ceiling yet doing this trick. You would think that of all the tricks to learn, this would be the one to hit my ceiling. It is the one that has not yet hit the ceiling. I don't know how. It's literally throwing it straight up. But if we're down here, that's the other problem, is that if I'm down on the floor, I can't exactly catch the yo-yo as well on the string at times. Dang. This is a hard trick, y'all. Like we landed it a couple times. We landed it a couple times, but only one time did it actually land like cleanly so far. Like I really want to get better at this because like I feel like it would be a really good regen to add to the combo at some point. Because up to now, I have a decent amount of regens that I can do, including one I was trying to learn that's like super hard behind the back side to side. Your hand when it does the regen, add a little bit more force to it. True. I think I also need to do that whole like bring the hand back thing that we were talking about earlier with 2A. I also feel like I kind of like I don't know if you're seeing what I'm doing, but like it's like I'm like jerking it back to my hand before it comes off the string. Like I'm stopping the momentum too soon, I think. Yo, how's it going, Hunter? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I thought that was gonna regen. It did not. Where can you get a boundless? You can get it at a lot of places actually. I got mine from Yo-Yo Expert, but you can also get it from Yo-Yo Sam. You can get it. I think you can get it directly from Wild. Well, I don't know. I never actually tried to buy directly from Wild, but I know you can get it from Yo-Yo Expert and Yo-Yo Sam. Now, whether they're in stock or not is I'm not sure, but yeah, I got mine from Yo-Yo Expert. So close. It's a really good yo-yo. I would recommend it. Not quite. Okay, that shot it up more, but I still don't think it had enough power on that one. Yeah, I feel like I'm just not finding a way to like get the momentum to follow through. More like that. That was better. That was better. That was better. We're getting there. Shorter string. True. It would have less likelihood to snag with shorter string. Good point. Can I do the double trapeze? As in like two yo-yos trapeze or like double on trapeze? Because those are two very different difficulties of tricks. It's actually crazy how long this thing can grind on. Like, it's a polycarbonate yo-yo, and yet it grinds really well if you hit the sweet spot. Dang. The second one with two yo-yos. I could try it. Dang. This is the sign that you should change your string, is when it snags more than it normally does. So for all you off-string player, like aspiring off-string players, like make sure to change your strings more often than you think you need to, because it really does get in the way of binds. And other things, where it'll just randomly stick to the string and you're not sure why. Oh, the double trapeze with one yo-yo. Yes, I can do the double trapeze with one yo-yo. I got you. How can you even snag with a short string? It can be done. It's unlikely, but it does happen. There's your double on trapeze. I'm not sure what you mean by that, crazy man. Thank you, Hunter. Glad you enjoyed the trick. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, it is pretty hard to snag on shorter strings, but it can happen still. It happens more on long strings, though, as you can probably tell. It's not good for body tricks, but for regens, it's good. That's true. True, true, true. The zipper. Yes, I can. This is the classic trick, the zipper. One of my favorite tricks when I was first going through all the tutorials, like I was talking about earlier, that was one of my favorite tricks when I was first learning to yo-yo. Can I do up in the air, like a twist? So like where I like spin in a circle and catch it? Something like that. You just started to learn a 1.0 hook. Anything I should know that to help? Yeah, you'll want to make sure that as the slack comes around your hand, that it feeds into the gap of the yo-yo. So like, I can show you up closer. So as you do this whip, it's off kilter, but as you do this whip and it goes around your hand, you'll see that a pretty big slack forms. The idea is that it goes around like your wrist and your finger, to make that slack open up as large as possible, making it easier to feed that into the gap of the yo-yo. And then you can unwind and you're straight into a bind. How's it going, Minion? Welcome. Can I do like throwing it up into the air? Yeah, I can do that. Like up like that. It's always a fun one. Can I do split the atom? Yes, I can do split the atom. Split the atom is a fun one. 1 second. I did a trick ladder the other day at Yo-Yo Club. And split the atom was on that trick ladder. So I do remember trick ladder. Can I show you my best trick up in the air? Well, that was definitely one of them. But if we're talking just like off-string tricks, like there's a lot of really good ones. That one didn't turn out as well as I thought it would, but probably my favorite right now is based off of that. But like what happens is it'll go side to side behind my back for me to catch the yo-yo after the regen. But getting that bind is so hard. Can I do it higher? Yeah. I can do tricks up higher. I'm still trying to, like, there's a regen I've been trying to work on where it goes, like, right above my head. But it's really hard to get it to come off the string. At least when I want it to. You keep running into these yo-yo streams. Well, welcome. Can I do the rewind? I don't know which trick the rewind is, actually. Yeah, I feel like it just isn't getting like enough force up to like come off the string. Like I don't know if I'm just like not bringing my hand back far enough when I'm going for that regen. I feel like I gotta bring it back farther for that regen to work. Like that, but then also giving more force to it. We did land it a couple times. Don't want to shoot the yo-yo out too far. You want to make sure it doesn't go too far away from you. It's just up. True. Pull down during the shoot the moon. Oh, true. Pull down. Good point. That way it can like kind of finish unwinding the string, right? I feel like if I pull down, I have to pull down gracefully so it doesn't stop unwinding though. Because otherwise it starts rewinding up again. Oh, that was too high. That was so close. I think it also depends on like how much string I put into the gap in the initial bind. We'll figure this out eventually. DNA. I can get a DNA. Try it with the seal. That's true. I could try it with the seal. See if that's easier. Yo, how's it going, Nate? Welcome back, Elizabeth. Did I get a donation, Hunter? I did not, and that's because I do not currently have enough. There's the DNA. I do not currently have enough watch hours on this channel to qualify for memberships and super chats and stuff like that. But when I do, I will let y'all know. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, Monkey Man. You know the rules, my dude. If you're gonna make inappropriate comments, I'm just going to time you out, dude. You know the rules. It's a family-friendly stream for a reason. I do remember you, Elizabeth. Just want to pop in and say hi before you go to bed. All right, thanks, Nate. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I might try the shoot the moon with the seal here in a minute. Yo, how's it going, Fidel Mar Valencia? Let me get a new string and have it short enough that it won't be an issue. So let me try with a shorter string so that we don't have as much problem. Yeah, I would be too, Hunter. I found there's some methods to like adding donations to a live stream even if you don't hit those YouTube metrics yet. Like there are ways to do it with like Patreon and with like PayPal and stuff like that. I just haven't quite figured it out yet. I also just realized that my pocket knife that I use to cut my strings is not in here right now, and I don't really want to go get it, so I might need to go get it in a minute. How long's my live been going? Just over an hour. Yeah, let me just try with the string I've got right now. And I'll grab a seal from in here. Let's try this one. You subbed. Thank you so much, Valencia. I appreciate it. Oops. Appreciate it, man. Measure it by my leg length. Interesting. Do I know how to do 3 DNAs at once yet? Nope, I do not. Dude, like I really like how the boundless plays, but I just love the feel, like the feel of holding a yo-yo that is just machine plastic palm. It just feels like buttery smooth. Whereas like the texture of polycarb like kind of weirds me out a little bit at times. Dang. Close. Yo, thanks, man. Thank you, Hunter. Appreciate the support. Thank you, Valencia. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Rudy. I'm only 24 people watching. It's the ebbs and flows of streaming. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. We're just here vibing and having a good time, trying out, learning some new tricks. Yeah, I want to shorten the string more. It's just that the knife that I use to cut my strings is in another room, and I've learned the hard way that when I leave the room, people just drop off the stream, and so I'm just gonna have to work with longer string for now. All right, we'll see you around, Hunter. Thank you. Oh boy, the alt accounts begin. I still don't really understand like the appeal of having the alt accounts. We'll see you around, Hunter. Thanks, man. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Dude, that was so close. So close. I am not. Oh boy. Let's see. There's a way to practice. Yeah, there is. There is a way to practice for sure. Yo, thanks, Barry. I'm glad you're enjoying the tricks. I really enjoy doing off-string tricks. They're very fun. I thought I had that one. Thought I had that one. You going to sleep? We'll see you around, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna do the bind. Make sure to put the string between. Let me try that again. When you do the bind, make sure you put the string behind both your ring finger and your pinky. Behind my, like this, like with the string like draped around my hand, like that kind of thing. Dang it! I thought that was a good bind. It did not. What time am I streaming tomorrow? I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. But I will most likely be streaming on Monday though. I normally don't stream on Sundays, personally. No, not like that. Okay. In that case, what do you mean if it's not, like, more like this? Where it's just on those, like, over those fingers only? Okay, so we're in a predicament here. But that is one way to get out of it. That was kind of cool. I'm trying to come up with ideas for that, because I really like that idea. Yeah, more like that. Okay. Nope. Messed that one up, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Dang. Close. Yo, how's it going, Sharon? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an awesome weekend so far. Trying to figure out, like, there was a way I did that combo that I really liked, and I can't remember how I did it. Yo, thanks. I appreciate it, Sharon and Coco. It didn't hop off the stream. Dude. There we go. Yeah, I know. I know. Let's try and keep it civil in here, dude. We're just yo-yoing and having a good time. No need to spam and troll. Close, close, so close. Thanks, Sharon. I appreciate it. Trying to work on a style of tricks where you catch the whip with your hand before it lands in the yo-yo. Welcome back, Emma. Sorry, it's Coco. I keep forgetting. Since it's in both names are in the username. Sometimes I forget. Sorry about that. Can I do the Spider-Man? I can give it a shot. I thought that I had it the other day, and then I realized I was doing it wrong. I'm supposed to throw it this way, apparently. Whereas I was throwing it this way. I'm supposed to throw it like... Or no. No, I was supposed to throw it the first way. Never mind. Whatever way I did it last time. Whatever way I did it last time, I apparently did it backwards. So I need to figure it out. Can I try the shoot the moon using your tip? Yes. How did I do that? With many a practice. Basically what happens with the whip style tricks is that you'll see the whip go through the air, and I thought, well, why not hop the yo-yo up just a little bit higher and then catch the whip with my hand. You can't seem to go to sleep. You're in a hotel. Fair enough. It can be hard to sleep in a hotel sometimes. Yeah, I know, Nate. It is what it is. Am I going to be streaming tomorrow? Probably not, but I normally don't stream on Sundays, but I will probably be streaming on Monday, though. Because I finally don't have rehearsals on Monday because we finished our Christmas gigs. And so I have a little bit of time where I don't have rehearsals on Mondays. Not a lot of time, but a little bit. Whoops. The joys of learning Shoot the Moon. Oh boy. Sorry, Coco. I'm trying to remember. The correct way for Spider-Man is to throw it front style like this. I feel like what? It's like that. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it. And then whatever I did in the video I posted the other day. Whatever I did in the other video was apparently backwards or something. Yo, how's it going, normal guy? Thank you, Emma. Appreciate it. What I want is the yo-yo to start to go back. Oh, the holding the string on the specific fingers. That's what that was for. Okay. So holding it like this, where it's over those fingers. He has 24, he told me once. Nate, in case you're wondering. So we may be here a while. See, the string wants to come immediately off of those. Because I have it over those fingers, right? And then when I go for the up bind like that, it immediately comes off of my fingers. So I'm not sure how it is intended to not do that. Unless I'm supposed to hold on to the string really tight. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, sometimes people have interesting things they find enjoyment in, and as much as it can be frustrating and annoying at times, they're people too. And I don't know. I figure rather than drawing attention to it, I would just rather ban it and move on than giving him the attention, because you know there's no real benefit to doing that. That's what I've learned in life, is that when people constantly pester you, it's because they want attention or some sort of a reaction, and if you don't give it to them, then it is what it is. We are super close. The fact that you're so close to 4A shoot the moon and can't even do the normal shoot the moon, dude. I only learned the normal shoot the moon today. While trying to figure out the 4A shoot the moon. I did land the 4A shoot the moon twice on this stream, but it's so hard to get it off, to actually come off the string. It gets super close and then it keeps rewinding again. Because it just doesn't have enough power to unwrap the string all the way. Which is why Kyle was suggesting using shorter string, and while I do totally agree, my pocket knife is in another room. And I've learned all too well that if I leave the room, people immediately drop the stream. So, unfortunately, that may not be an option right now. Okay. Dang. I did land this twice. It's just really hard to get it to happen. Yeah, that's too much string in the gap. That's the other thing too, is the amount of string that you put in the gap when you bind also seems to matter. In terms of how likely it is to snag during the shoot the moon. Because if I put too much string into the gap, it's gonna snag no matter what I do. But if I don't put enough in, it won't bind. Okay. Close. The other thing that we learned too was when I was trying it with 2A shoot the moon, was to bring your hand back a little bit while trying to do the shoot the moon. It's subtle. Notice how when I do kind of go back, it either goes straight up or even a little bit behind me. Well, I haven't. Hey. Let's go, dude. I can't believe I actually landed that. That was actually kind of sick, not gonna lie. Let's see here. Sorry about the chat, by the way. For some reason it stopped loading on my end. Let me catch up really quick. All right, we'll see you around, Nate. Hi from Atlanta. You're with your 10-year-old son who loves yo-yo. Awesome. Welcome. You're from South Dakota. Awesome. Okay. If we can get this down with a 2A yo-yo, we can get it down with a 4A yo-yo. Oh man. Make a Christmas tree with a yo-yo? Is that one called the proposal? Honestly, that's a good idea because you're down on one knee, but it's actually called the shoot the moon. I'm just this is just the way that I find it easier to balance. We actually got a couple reps of shoot the moon in there. Yo, how's it going, Moses Yo-Yo? Welcome, welcome. I'm not sure how to make a Christmas tree with the yo-yo unless I organize my yo-yos in the shape of a Christmas tree. Let's see here. Okay. I feel like we're getting better at it for 2A at least, but it just doesn't seem to be transferring over. I do remember you, Moses. It's good to have you back on stream. Hope you are enjoying the tricks. Yeah, we're getting it pretty well with 2A. The question is, can we get it with 4A? I want to get a couple more reps of this in. Like, I know it doesn't really matter if I like keep the reps going for 4A. It's more just for my own curiosity at this point. Kind of fun to just mess around with a responsive yo-yo sometimes. How's the day going? It's going good. It's going good. I think I'm going to grab the... 1 second. I think part of the reason why it's going well with 2A is because I have the shorter string. So we're going to finally cut the new string to be shorter so that we can actually land this. My day is going pretty well. What's my favorite yo-yo? My favorite 1A yo-yo at the moment is probably the Duncan Evolve. And then my favorite 4A yo-yo is either the Boundless, which is what I've got right here, or the Japan Technology Seal. They're both really, really good. Alright, so that's a lot shorter. Should be less prone to snags. Let's see how this goes. Alright. Didn't pull my hand back on that one. We'll figure this out. You don't have that? That's okay. What are your favorite yo-yos right now, Moses? Yo-yo? try and do Spider-Man. Ooh, that was close. We almost got that. We almost landed it. So close. That catch is so hard. Like, we can get the bind to happen. It's just that the catch itself is really hard. Wasn't prepared for that to come off the string. Your favorite's the Nine Dragons. Nice. It's a very unique yo-yo. Gives you a lot of possibilities to do some really cool tricks. I haven't tried one myself personally, but they do look very interesting. Close. Okay. Let's get this shoot the moon. I want to get at least one clean rep of this. Thanks for doing the trick for you. Yeah, no worries. See, now I'm not putting enough string in the gap, and now it's just not binding. But we'll figure it out as we get used to the shorter string again. That's too much string in the gap. We landed it earlier. It's just, I don't know why this is so hard, man. Such a hard trick, man. Well, that grind was cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this yo-yo grinds surprisingly well. Even without wearing a glove. Yo, thanks, man. I appreciate the support. I don't know if I'd say that I'm the best in the world by any means, but I'm glad that you enjoy the tricks and you enjoy the streams. Dang, I thought I had that. I thought I had that one. You've seen your videos. Thank you. Yo, how's it going, Kiri? Thank you. I appreciate that. It's important to be reminded of that sometimes, especially when you're like trying to learn something new and you feel like you're failing at it repeatedly. It's nice to remember that, the progress that we made, you know? Because, like, believe it or not, I started off-string yo-yoing a year ago. I've been doing, other styles of yo-yoing for nearly 16 years at this point, but off-string is pretty new to me, honestly. And so sometimes, even though I get frustrated at times that I'm like, oh, I'm not making as much progress as I would like to be making, it's important to remember that, like, a year ago, none of these tricks that I've done during this stream were even remotely on my radar of being possible. And like doing solo hum, I thought would be literally impossible for me to ever land. Like I never thought that I would ever actually land solo hum, and then, you know, at this point, like I'm almost to the point of like putting solo hum into a competition combo, which is just bonkers to think about. Now, am I perfect at it? No. But the fact of the matter is, like, you know, a year ago, I never would have even dreamed of like doing solo hum, and then, you know, here we are. So, like, if you feel like you're not making as much progress as you'd like to be making, take a step back and consider how far you've come already. You may be surprised to see how much ground you've covered. Can I show my brother Zeke in this video? Yeah, you can share the video with Zeke, of course. If you enjoy the stream, by all means, feel free to share. That's probably gonna snag, not gonna lie. Such a fun combo. Such a fun one. Solo hum is actually, like, it may be really hard, but it's also really fun. Dang. A recolor of my favorite yo-yo and send it to you. That would be cool. Right now, I am not in a position to send yo-yos out, but if I get to that point, I will let people know. I did a giveaway at one point, and it was like way more logistically challenging than I expected. Since you can't directly email subscribers, which is a good thing, but it also is like, how do you contact people if they win the giveaway, right? Like, we eventually figured it out, but it was far harder than I expected it to be. How long did it take me to learn solo hum? It took me, well, to get the rolls, I learned it in a few days. But to actually get anywhere near like comfortable with it, I grinded it out every day for an entire month. And even then, you know, like even after the whole month of doing solo hum, like you can still see that I make mistakes a lot, right? And I'm purposely doing solo hum tricks that are not as crazy as they could be. But I appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy the solo hum, and I do too. I'm just still, honestly, like I've only been doing solo hum this year for a few months, so I'm still trying to get better at it. Because like that, for instance, is both easier and harder than I thought it would be. Two yo-yos, do some two-way. I can do some 2A here in a little bit. I'm far better at solo hum than I am 2A, I'll tell you that. Dang. It's so easy to mess that up. Because, like, you barely bump into the other areas and they'll fall off immediately. You can only do a little bit of 4A, it's impressive. Thank you. I'm sure your 4A is also really good too, Sergio. 4A has been like my obsession this year. Like I've played 4A a ton this year, like a ton. So it's been like my main focus. Can I do 3? Not yet, but there is exactly 2 people that I'm aware of that have successfully done solo hum with 3 yo-yos, and it is actually insane. Or no, there's 3 people. There's 3 people I know of that have successfully done 3 solo hum, and it's really crazy. There we go. That was the trick I was going for. This will probably snag, or not. It felt like it was going to snag, and then it decided not to. I was fully prepared for that to not come off the string. I appreciate the support. I'm not trying to necessarily, be better, worse, or indifferent. I'm just trying to, be the best version of myself and hope that I can keep improving and that people enjoy the tricks. And if you do, I'm glad. I'm not necessarily trying to be like, competing with other YouTubers in the space. There's room for everybody who's interested in doing yo-yo stuff. Yo, how's it going, DP? Shout outs to you. Sorry you had to leave your phone, it wasn't working. That's okay. No worries. Technical difficulties happen. I have technical difficulties on some streams too. The other day, one of my streams completely cut out because my phone battery died, and I thought it had plenty of battery and it didn't. So it happens. It happens. Okay, so here's my plan. I want to go through a couple of competition combos and see what y'all think of them. That's one of them. That's a solo hum competition combo. That's a pretty fun one. And then I've got some other ones as well. So I've got a speed combo. Oops. It's supposed to bind there, but you get the idea. And then we've got an arm combo. Oops. We'll try that one again. Still getting used to the shorter string. Thank you, Moses Yo-Yo. Appreciate it. Glad you enjoy the videos. Dang. Close. That's kind of the idea with the arm combo. Who's the best yo-yo player in my opinion? There's a lot of really good yo-yo players, to be honest. It's hard to nail it down to one. Of course there's the current world champions who are, as of right now, competitively speaking, the best yo-yo players in their divisions. I'd say for 4A, greatest of all time, probably Rei Ukura. when you win the World Yo-Yo Contest 7 times, it's hard to not have like greatest of all time status, you know? He's super good. And then let's see here. We've also got the hook and hop combo. It's supposed to bind there. Can I do the A and D? I have not learned the A and D yet. I've tried to figure it out, but it always seems to run out of spin when I'm trying to do anything with the A and D. Or like a Talon grind or whatever. Okay, and then here's a new combo I've been trying to work on. Like that's the beginning of it. I'm still trying to smooth it out. The slack whips. I know, right? Like that. So that's the combo I was just working on. Is that one from Instagram? That's a fun one. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I've been trying to get better at that one. That was so freaking hard, man. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. If I find myself in that scenario, I could do that over the top whip bind. So close. So close. Hiroyuki Suzuki is super good too. He was definitely like he was undefeated for a really long time. Oops. And what are some other ones I've been working on? That could be a fun one. I'm trying to work on different like behind the back tricks as well. Can I make a snowflake? I'm not sure how I could make a snowflake with a yo-yo. My camera glitched out. Oh, that happens, I guess, sometimes. Sorry about that. Another one I've been trying to figure out too is like the whip catch to like under the leg. I'm trying to come up with an idea for that. I feel like it could be really cool. So like we've got the standard one, and then the whip catch to under the leg. And I'm trying to figure out what to do from that. Because it like looks, I feel like there's potential there. Thanks, Brian. Trying to do a looping yo-yo 360 horizons find. Oh my goodness. That sounds really hard. Close. And we can't forget the regens. We can't forget the regens, y'all. Dude, that inverted catch is actually so hard. Trying to think. That could be an interesting way to do it. You tried it and it felt like 100 times, but you got it twice. That would be pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Dang. Your uncle lives across from your house? Fair enough. Yo, thanks. I'm glad that you're enjoying these kinds of tricks. You're getting a taste of what I've been trying to work on for competition. It's just like I have all these ideas. It's just like how will I find a way to fit them together into a freestyle that makes sense? That's what I'm trying to figure out at the moment. I can do Rock the Baby. Looks like my internet glitched for a second there. So I want to make sure we're still good. Yep. Yes, I can do Rock the Baby. We got Rock the Baby going on. And we've also got some horizontal tricks as requested. Yeah, no problem, man. How's the Shoot the Moon progress going? I took a break from it for a little bit because I kept failing it. And I decided I wanted to practice some of my competition combos. Which overall, we're going pretty well, actually. DNA. I got you. Nah, that was close. That was not quite a DNA. It was close to a DNA. How's that? How's that for a DNA? Try and do a star. I still need to figure out the star, honestly. Got sort of a DNA going on there. I'm not sure what exactly was happening, but a DNA happened. Yeah, no problem, Dragon Man. Dragon Anime, excuse me. Thank you, Moses. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying the tricks and the streams. Popping in to say hi and good night. Thanks, Flower. Appreciate it. Hope you have an awesome night. Imagine doing a star into a flip into a behind the back horizontal DNA. That would be ridiculous, indeed. Quite literally a crazy trick. Insane, this word. All right, we're gonna land one last banger, and then I'm gonna have to call it a night. This is the long string. 1 second. Let me get the short string. We're gonna land one last banger, and then we're gonna call it a night. And hope y'all have been enjoying the stream. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been supporting the channel for a while, I appreciate it greatly. And if you enjoy this style of content, and me potentially damaging my walls greatly from messing up yo-yo tricks, please do consider liking and subscribing. Oh my gosh. And with that, dang. Close, 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 close. I don't know why that keeps sticking right there. Anyway, in any case, hope y'all are enjoying the and have a fantastic night, y'all. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate it. And have a lovely rest of your weekend. Peace out, y'all.